So now we're gonna do the second incision, and then I'll give you time to cut your eyes. Okay, my good friends. So what did we say? We said we will scoot this over here. I just want to make sure we have it on the film, and then you guys can do your cuts, and then I'll just give you a few minutes to do that before we get. Well, for the cornea, you mean? For the middle, you just have to make sure, because you're gonna cut all the way around. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna cut all the way around. What you wanna make sure, like what I'm doing, you see how I'm scooting all these obliques and rectuses to the front, and you see how I can see the gap between the retractor bulbi and that, because that's where I'm gonna cut. If I try to make the cut on the retractor bulbi, the cornea by itself is hard enough, let alone when you add this. Besides, you don't wanna cut it anyway, but it will be so difficult if you wanna cut both the muscle and the sclera at the same time. You don't want to be doing that, okay? And also, you don't want to be cutting these off of here. Like if I was to make an incision over here like this falls off. You don't want that. So you're going to make the incision here, okay? It might bend a little, but you know, you're not going to make it on any of these other ones in the front. Do you understand? So that's what I'm doing. Like this one, make sure I scoot it over here like this, and I'm going to make sure I cut over here like this, cut, so that these ones will remain attached. Do you understand? So, and then even my itty bitty superior rectus, superior oblique, I want it to be scooted to the front like this. So I want to make sure I cut over here like this. Do you understand? So there's that. Okay, my good friends. So I pick a spot. My eye is so slimy, and so this is one of the biggest of the blanks between, you see, of the sclera. The sclera's job is to maintain the shape of the eyeball. Why is that important, right? Maintaining the shape of the eyeball. Remember I said the light is focused to the back, to the macula lutea, okay? So if the eye is too long, the light is going to be focused too short, and you can't see properly. You see what I'm saying? If the eye is too short, you squish it like this, it's going to be focused beyond. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be blurry again. You understand? For you to get visual acuity, you need the eyeball to maintain its shape, because it's going to be focused to the same point every time. Do you understand? So this is why there's that. It's important for the eyeball to maintain the shape, so that it's always the same length, it's always the same, you know what I mean, width. So I'm just letting you know why that is. Okay, so, and then we're going to make our first incision with the scalpel, and then we finish it off with the blunt end scissors. You understand? Even if we have to put the sharp end in there because there's not a lot of space, that's okay, but we're finishing it off with the scissors nevertheless, right? So as usual, in true style, I never cut towards myself. I never cut towards any of my body parts. You understand? I always cut. Oh crap. Oh, did you I squished myself. No, it went onto my lab coat. This is why we have protective, you know what I'm saying, equipment. Personal protective equipment. It's a PPE, and the lab coat is one of. Okay, my good friends, I can't even see where my incision is now. Crap. And today I forgot my glasses. Oh, there it is. Do you see? I'm good, man. I can see. There you go. I don't know. I forgot my glasses for some reason. Because when I'm eating lunch, I remove them. I don't know why, but I don't want to touch them with food and stuff, so I remove them and I eat without. Do you see what I'm doing, my good friend? I'm making sure I'm cutting through, but I'm not cutting my muscles over there, okay? And remember what I said about looking in the back where the optic nerve is getting in and trying to see if you can spot the macula lutea, okay? There was one time we did it, we were lucky and we were able to see it, but after that we never did see it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. This one looks like it's an intact eye. Okay, and so that's the beauty of it. Okay, my good friends. As long as you make sure you've scooted all your deals to the front, and you know I'm kind of using my sharp end, you know, because inside there, because the long one is going to oh my god, did you see what I did over there? Oh my god. As long as I'm scooting this to the front and I'm just cutting very close to the retractor bulbi, but not quite on it. That makes it you see, if I try to cut over the retractor bulbi, it is so hard. It's amazing, because you think of the eye as this delicate organ, but it's tough. It's like really tough. It's amazing how tough it is. And these eyeballs are slimy. Like yesterday, the one I cut was so slimy. So here comes the moment of truth. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to... So this retina sometimes, it sticks onto the... You see how the retina is bumping? Yeah, so we can't really see it. So the macular lutea would have been here. So you see how this is the optic disc? Do you see what I'm saying? So this is the optic disc right there, where the optic nerve gets in. And you could see the kind of like the retina radiating away from it. And then the layer, the black layer or black greenish bluish layer, that's the choroid cord. And then the white layer would be the sclera. Okay? And I happen to have a very thick, eye with a very thick white cornea, sclera, that you could see it nicely. So you'll see, we'll be reviewing, after we're done with all the organs, we'll be reviewing the photos I use, and those ones have excellent, muscles. All of them are there, very long, superior oblique, very long, everything is like nice. You understand? Okay, my good friends, now we want to remove the gel, the vitreous humor. You understand? And you can see it's attached to some of the retina. You see what I'm saying? Because the job of it is to do what now? To press the retina, the vitreous humor. The job is to press the retina flat against the choroid cord. Do you understand? Can you begin to see the ciliary processes? You understand? Oh my God, this is the slimy. Do you see how you've got the gel? It's still intact. Very, because the purpose of it. And do you see the processes? Like I was saying yesterday, it even looks like a breast implant. It doesn't end with the nipple, and the nipple will be the lens. You understand? Well, and now you could see the ciliary. I'm going to zoom in. Do you see the ciliary processes? You see these lines radiating in like that? So the black is the ciliary body. You understand? And you can see the ciliary processes. Those ones are folds of the epithelium that makes the aqueous humor. You understand? So you can see, if you're looking from the front, you see the brown, the colored iris is brown. Do you see what? It says brown for the iris. You know it's the iris. And then here, the ciliary body is black. And it's because it's kind of coated with that sort of pigmented layer. And remember, the pigmented layer is also black. It's got a lot of melanin in it. Because it's good against UV light and against all those things. So you have a concentration of it in there, and so that's why it's so black like that. And like the choroid is covered by that. You see what I'm saying? Remember, because we said when we did the retina, we said the pigmented layer, part of the retina, then the nervous. The nervous part of it will be the retina, because it's got the photosensitive cones and rods. You see, cones are for color vision, and rods. So at the macular lutea, you almost have no rods on there, because rods are for dim light. When it's dim. You understand? So there's that. But anyway, we've done the incision. So we've got the ciliary body and the ciliary processes over there, and then this is the optic disc, beside which you would have seen the macular lutea, which is where light is focused, and it's going to be lateral to it, but obviously it disappears immediately once the retina is exposed to light. Okay, my good friends, so that's it for the eye. So we're going to close